Hello! Welcome to this series about ground handling.
If it feels like you're only one small mistake away from a disaster on the ground, then this video is for you. I want you to become really good at ground handling your paraglider, so you can avoid being bullied by that big wing.
Make sure you click the playlist at the end of this video so that you can learn a lot of ground handling techniques.
Ground handling can be fun. Today I'll show you how to find the right balance point under your wing so you can keep it overhead.
I spent over 30 years playing with gliders, teaching students and helping academy members to get good ground control.
This is the first exercise in my ground handling tasks.
So this exercise is really simple. You're just trying to keep the glider balanced overhead. Straight overhead. If you stay in one place, the glider's going to tip over. So you've got to move underneath the glider with your feet. If you leave it, the longer you leave it, the more it wants to roll over because of gravity. So we will fall over to the side. So just make your inputs really gentle. Leave just your feet. As soon as you feel the glider moving, just move laterally underneath the glider. That's all you're trying to do. Not really controlling on the brakes. You control with your feet. You just spend some time until you can confidently keep it balanced in one place. So you're aiming to get your feet to not move. But it's going to take some time to develop that sort of controls. That's your endpoint. Start off with just whenever you feel the glider moving, you can try and do this on feeling. And you develop that feeling by leaning through the risers and getting your chest in contact with the chest strap. And putting one leg in front of the other and sinking down with it. Now I've got a really good feeling of where the glider is. As soon as it's pulling over to the right, I can feel the imbalance in the risers and I can start moving. And if you move quite quickly, you won't really need to do the brakes. And then the glider's tipping over to the left and moving underneath it. But I've done all of that just on the weight, just moving my body. The brakes you put in just to finesse that and just to give you a little bit more yaw of the glider and turning it into wing. But it's mainly on your body. If you can develop that feeling, the quicker you react to this, the less correction you have to do. So you get to a point where you'll be able to just keep the glider stationary in one place and just doing minor corrections on the brakes. And I'm mainly just feeling it. Be careful when you're doing this exercise not to let your hands creep ahead of you. If you can see your hands, they're too far forward. In this position, what happens is you start pushing on the brakes, pushes the glider back behind you slightly, and you end up getting pulled into a vertical position, standing upright. In this position, it's very easy to lose your footing and to lose that feeling of where the glider's going. It starts with the hands. If you put your hands back and let your body go through the risers, you can settle down into this nice low point and the middle point of your chest strap. And from that point, I can feel what the glider's doing. So now I don't really need much input at all. And when you're going to have to move is when it's gusty. If the wind's coming from one side or the other, it's going to change the angle on the glider. The distribution's going to be off for a bit, and it's going to move around a lot more. And that's when you're going to have to move your feet. But practice this if I'm moving backwards, reduce the power. If I'm moving forwards, I'll increase the power. And then you combine those two. If you're moving forwards and underneath the glider, you will keep control, keep airspeed on it. If you're moving back into the side, keep deep hiring it and correcting that roll imbalance that you have. So keep working on that until you feel that you are balancing with glider. And you'll feel that You become much more confident on the ground where you can feel that balance point. It's also important where you are on the slope. If you're back here where it's flat, the glider will just sit in position without using any brakes, but it will stay vertically over me. But if I move forward to where there's some slope.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more like this.
There's a bit more of a slope. The glider will tend to want to move further forward ahead of me, and then maybe even collapse if you let it go too far forward. So just be aware of the kind of slope that you're on and the kind of lift that's been created on it to find that position on the hill where you can keep it nicely balanced.
Alright, I've shown you what to do, but you're the star of your life. So it's time to take action. Practice this task, and you'll get a lot more out of this lesson.
Very lucky to have the South Downs, which is amazing, as a playground. So I get to test all the techniques out, and I get to improve my ground handling with every session I'm out. So I've got some tips and tricks I can share with you to help you get to control and help you improve your launches and stay safe.
Get regular free wing tips in my email newsletter. Cross Country Magazine put together a great team for the latest book. We made this especially for you to develop fast. Now be sure to save this playlist so you can get through the full series in the ground school. I'll see you in the next one.